Hello. Hello? Hopefully, our settings mean we're not dropping anything at the moment. I'm having to set this up in a really weird way. Can you go top quarter? You can. Got to keep an eye on a thing. There we go. Let's turn that volume down a touch. We are streaming. I think I can see what people are saying in the chat box, but there we go. We'll wait and see. It's Weird West. The West, it be weird. Right, I'm gonna set this up on my laptop. 2 ticks. I've got a thing I've got to watch on the side. Basically, everyone in the UK is currently trying to log into change their input their meter readings for gas and electricity, and I've not done it until today, and today's the last day, and I am waiting, and I've got an alarm going off to remind me to do the meter reading, which I have done, but it turns out everyone's trying to log on at literally the same time, meaning they're having to filter people through in a slower pace. How do I do this again? Can I look at my own stream, please? I can. Brilliant. Almost like I know what I'm doing sometimes. Bro, Weird West is a game that is notable because it was made by some of the Arcane devs, and if you follow this channel, which you probably don't, but if you do, I have done videos on Arcane games in the past, Dishonored being one of my favourite games of all time. So this game gets a instant, I want to check this out, which is what we're doing. Yeah, so if at some point I have to dip out to figure out what on earth's going on. Yeah, I tried to come in here to change my settings earlier, but it launched straight into some cutscene story stuff, which is fine. But when you're trying to set up a stream and check everything's running okay, not the best. That lovely VSync on, because I hate visual tearing. I find it really distracting. Apparently also this game, I've read like nothing about it, I know nothing about it, but apparently it's better on controller. So we're going with controller. This seems all good. Movement, yeah, we can mess around with controls later. New game. So yeah, I know very little apart from it's got some immersive sim stuff in it, which, you know. We are an immersive sim channel here. We are immersive sim people, immersive sim supporters. Let me guess, friend. No idea who or where you are, right? Sorry about that. A necessary part of the process. Brands ready. I like this music. Then it's time. Off you go. We're counting on you. No idea what's happening. Don't think any of it's good. I have to say I am getting a little fed up with this art style. It's cool. It's just this sort of drawing. It's got its own flair to it, but it's definitely reminiscent of Darkest Dungeon. We'll go normal. We'll leave tutorials on, and we'll have it in English. I don't need that as an extra barrier. Leave it on normal just because I'd be streaming. And it'd be the first time I stream in this game in particular. Obligatory check of phone. Guess meter reading photos ready.
One of the most feared bounty hunters in all the West. But you gave that up. Buried your irons. Traded them for a normal life. Tonight, though, that's all gonna change. Destiny's calling. And it ain't taking no for an answer.
I'm really excited to see how this game plays with the West, because I think it's a very tropey genre that has a lot of baggage, but also an interesting space for sort of exploration and stuff like that. So it's one I'm always kind of interested in. You ain't taking our land, monster. Not after land. Take the adult, kill the kid, no meat on the bones. Now let's move, law's coming. This isn't good.
Smell of gunpowder. Your son dead in the dirt outside, and a burning at your neck, like you've been branded with a cattle iron.
Oh wow, it's one of these. It's an interesting sort of level of fidelity straight away that I'd instantly normally want to be on a mouse and keyboard for. But someone told me, yeah, that's food. Sheriff Flora Albright. Jane heard gunshots from town and came running. It was those Stillwaters. Floods of them. Looks like they hit everything farm from here on out to Galen's Crossing. They killed your boy. We'll bury the bastards for what they've done. But I ain't seen your husband, Alonzo. They took him. We've got to move quick before the trail runs cold. See, I hate these like questions where you're like, oh, tell me more about the world, as some like a character who already exists in the world, and it feels like they should already know who the Stillwaters are. Themselves a family. Inbreds maybe. They run ammunition, liquor. At least they used to. But now they seem to be the business of taking people. Something different. They aim to find out what. Which way did they head? Where I ain't seen where they went. But I got one of those Stillwater bastards alive back in Grackle jail. Grackle. We can squeeze the dog for answers. Better grab your shooting irons, partner. We got a feeling we'll need them. Where can I get my gun? What, you forget? We buried your old revolver out back with the rest of your gear when you retired. Once you're healed, meet me back in jail. I know you thought you were done with those bounty hunting days, but they ain't done with you. Head on. Here, take this. A portable relay. Newfangled. Good for communication, in case we get split up. Welcome back, but I reckon I won't. I got me a chair. One of these rocking chairs. I shouldn't try to do accents. Alright. Ah, that's interesting. Water on the floor. Methinks someone played Divinity Original Sin 2. Give her a bit of privacy. Okay. This, I think, is why, because it's a shooty game. You find plenty of treasures buried in secret mound caches across Weird West. Shovel may come in handy for digging some of it up or burying your dead. This is where we end up just picking up absolutely everything. This is going to be a nightmare game to play, isn't it? I'm going to want to find absolutely everything. With sweet berries then leaves that gift of medicine. Oh, I'm eating it. Can I not take it? Okay. I can. Weird. It's a very interesting perspective that it's playing with. Ah, we had to pick up the thing to dig the thing. Dusty parcel, an old bundle stuffed with the life you thought you'd left behind.
The pistol's grip matches your palm exactly. All blue. Been a while.
Found your first pistol. Hold LT to aim and fire with RT. You might find some bottles for practice nearby. Well, I don't like this. What happens if I go all the way out there? Does that affect the shot? Press A whilst aiming. Oh, it's already reloaded. Might switch over to keyboard and mouse, but I just know it's more clickety-clackety on the mic. I have put a noise gate in, so it should drop most of it, but... time to get moving. To travel to another location, head to the edge of the area you're in until you reach the area limits, and then press E to open the travel map. This feels more natural to me. How much noise is coming through? Not too bad. There's general like loot stuff. Oh, it's literally on like the edges of a map. Oh, that's kind of a cool effect. One of those games where you're searching everything and there's literally a dead sun over there. Resell value, resell, resell. So we'll take them. No, I've just healed myself. Ah, you can actually bury his corpse. I'm gonna bury him with the teddy. That feels right. I think there's a time of day thing going on. Oh. I'll take some random food. Okay. The camera does feel kind of odd to some degree because it's kind of doesn't quite work in the way you anticipate it. Like, you don't move it freely. It's all focused around your main character and you move it left and right like that. Now, with it being one of these, I do kind of want to mess around and see what happens with some of this stuff. And what happens when we break this? That hurt me. It breaks. Well, we learned something today. We experimented and learned something. Why do I feel like there's going to be another hidden thing out here? You never know when you're going to need some corn. Oh, they're just to stand in to shoot. There's bullets upstairs in here. How do we get upstairs? I wonder if we can climb around the side. Oh, there's a ladder. There's a ladder. See those bullets up in that window? Ah. See, this is why you have to, like, really search the beginning area, because it can teach you a lot of things. You know, we're learning here. We're laughing and learning, but mostly learning. Never know when you're going to need a spare shovel. This is our house. It really has a combination, like, move set and everything. Very interesting. So our house isn't the nicest, but we've carved out a little life for ourselves on this farm. Jane, ought to come to a supper next week after the preaching's done. Morgan's making his famous rabbit stew, Hook's favourite. Let me know next time you come into town. Albright. Yes, hopes Hook's liking that new teddy bear. Oh, Chloe insisted on serving it a special for his birthday. Let's go. Grackle is such a good name. Grackle. Oh, it's got a real time system going on as well. Oh, controller's vibrating. And it's asking me to do things. Okay, you encounter a couple of coyotes. Or coyotes. I do like the music. The bullets are a concern. Is it infinite spawning? This is the last one. Oh, we deaded him. This feels like a moment where we could be like, let's bury them all, but I don't think we need to. Knife might be useful though. You found some raw food. Stop by any location with a fire or stove to cook up a meal and regenerate some health. We're all good on health. You know everything's... Oh. Ah, we can dig graves. I don't feel like we're the grave digging type. It feels like we're going to respect the graves. How's dropped frames? 0.1%. That's much better. It was hitting like 6%.
Panic in the air.
Oh. 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 That classed as stealing? Not yet, my heart, please. What's going on here? I'm assuming it has something to do with those brothers. Who's knocking folks out? Upstairs. So cutscenes are happening without us. Gotta say, it's good to see you wearing shooting irons again. That farming life never did suit you. Now let's give this Stillwater bastard the squeeze. You tell us what we want to know. We'll only break a few fingers, leave you with enough to scratch your ass with. You all used to run ammunition, not abduct people. What's different? Kiss my ass, Lawhound. I ain't telling you cuss. See, that is when your voice shakes like that. I don't find you convincing. You find him convincing, partner? Why don't you turn the screw on this asshole? Threaten to give him to the angry town folks outside. It ain't them I'm scared of, it's him. Ask him nicely? You don't understand. I tell you, he'll do worse than kill me. He'll eat me. Got some cannibals. Protect him from harm. You will? Yeah, but even if I made it out of here, he'd find me. Maybe these bars is my best bet, alright? Our old boss, Pop Stillwater's gone. We've got a new boss. Shelby Cross. Shelby Cross, Floods Almighty. He ain't no man, he's a siren. They ain't normal, they eat people. Been trying to track down Cross for years. Now close enough to I can smell the cannibal bastard. Where'd Cross run off to, huh? Where'd he take Jane's husband? I tell you, you promised to keep me safe? I mean, we might renege on this, but yes. You really think these bars is strong enough? You'll keep watch? Lock and key. Yeb help me. Is Yeb a, like, god? After I hit on Grackle, we were all meeting up at the camp. It's 5 hours northwest. Hurry off at Valley. You hurry, you might still catch him. Well now, you played him like a fiddle on Blues night. Trail's hot, no time to lose. I'll hollow on that relay if I learn anything useful. I've got to stay down here, keep the town safe. Give them floods out at that Stillwater camp, hear me?
So, it's sirens who took your husband. Flesh eaters. Best find that Stillwater camp while your husband still got blood in him.
See, this is like a point in the game where I might be like, let's go and explore. But, like around Grackle. But, the time seems like a thing. Like an important thing. Owner of infamous Lantern Room brothel missing. It has recently been reported that the owner of the den of the scandalous pleasures known as the Lantern Room, near that wine-soaked town of Cedar Flats, has been missing for some days now. Whether that man's dealing in the sins of the flesh have caught up with him, or some other more sinister forces at work, is unknown. Readers are, as always, urged to avoid sin in order to preserve their righteous standing with the spirits. Fair to be held at Quickbend. Fine opportunity for levity during troubled times. Should you and yours be in mind to replenish your spirits and perhaps purchase new livestock and trade goods, you may be interested to learn of a fair to be held at Quickbend 6 weeks hence. Local farmers will be offering a large variety of goods and crafts of all kinds, and there'll be activities and sweets for children. But I want sweets. I'm an adult, is that allowed? Is there a map button? Is there a local map button? Ooh. And there's multiple characters, interesting. See, this is the glue that holds the immersive sim together. All this stuff. Do we have weight? Yes, we do. Probably want to find a merchant before I head off. You know, in the middle of, oh, yeah. Yeah, this place isn't great for a merchant. Maybe the innkeeper will buy some goods. Nope. This place has like been more than raided. It's been absolutely demolished. Not a good time in this place. No, Jane, it's terrible. Barbara Mitchell. Jane, it's my husband Willie, the blacksmith. Them Stillwaters took him. He was screaming I couldn't do nothing. The Arcane guys love doing this as well, like sort of setting up your intro and then from there like giving you a side quest that's guaranteed to take place where you're going anyway. You're wearing your bounty hunter gear again. Never thought I'd see the day. You headed after them? Say you are. They took your husband. So you aim to find them. If you come across my Willie, make sure he comes home safe. I'd give you anything. How about my pistol? You'll need good irons for your work, won't you? Please? Agree. You've always been a good woman. I bet he'll be locked up with the rest of them. Keep your ears open. I bet he'll call out if he sees you. I ain't got much left but my pistol. It's yours if you bring my sweetheart home. When did the world get so dark? Well, that's a world map. The smell of strange herbs on the wind must be wanderers nearby. See, this like promise of being able to kill whoever you want, including key story characters, is always so enticing. It's like, ooh, interesting. But in reality, like, who's going to be doing that? Amulets, elixirs, finest magics at your disposal. Yeah, I don't want to sell my bandage. What we got? Well, I've got no money, so it might be worth. Is there anything to steal around here? 3 lockpicks. I haven't even got one. I'm just going to turn up the volume a touch. This eerie music is good. So yeah, this is definitely I knew nothing about this game, as I said, and it's definitely given me old school Fallout vibes. Is the systems at play going to give me an interesting game? So stealth, so it's definitely one of these. Unaware enemies can be knocked out by pressing and holding left mouse button in melee range. Note that unaware enemies will also take extra damage from all your weapons. It's weird. It's got the same, like, interaction stuff. Will and Medley Spirit Touch. I was reading that game. Scrapping range weapons. You already own a weapon of this category. You can resell your extra weapons at any weaponsmith in town. Or, if you're desperate for bullets and weapon crafting materials, interacting with ranged weapons in any inventory to scrap it. Scrapping a weapon gives you a chance to scavenge ammo from its magazine, and if you're lucky, you can get some more reusable materials out of it, like copper, silver, or gold nuggets, depending on the weapon. Note that you can only scrap ranged weapons. Yeah, like the fact that you can pick up a body and throw it or drop it is like very stealth from Dishonored. So I'm gonna make a rule here. I'm not going to mess around too much with stopping and starting. Arcane games usually, no, it's not Arcane, but it's the same team or a couple of people, so there might be some connective tissue there. But they often dissuade you from killing everyone. You know, killing is bad. I don't know if it's true in this game or not. And it also, I tend to get this like mode of play where I'm like, I don't want to ever leave stealth. But I think it's a lot more interesting way to play with the systems if we allow ourselves to fall in and out of stealth and fully use all the systems at play, including the combat stuff. So, is he going to turn around? No. So, yes, I'm doing stealth now. I won't always be doing stealth. Rifle rounds. This looks like a rifle. Switching weapons. You found a weapon of a new weapon type. Hold left Alt to open the weapon wheel and switch between weapons. And you can just tap it to switch back quickly. My revolver does 1 more damage than a shovel. So that's a longer range. So I wonder how much range is going to come into it. Yeah, the camera's weird. I don't hate it. It's just not exactly how you expect it to play. Left control to roll. We can go up around there, or we can kill these guys. See, this is where I want to play with the systems. Okay. I've used a load of rifle rounds. I thought I was using my pistol, but there we go. How infinitely reusable is the cactus drink? The cacti drink? Twice. Or are we full on cactus? This reminds me of toilets and basins in Dishonored. Yeah, of course. They say the D word. We should have a counter. I don't know why I feel obligated to bury everyone. It feels right. Let's do some cooking. Barbecue ribs. Oh, you cook and instantly eat, I think. Which I didn't mean to do, but there we go. Feel like I want to knock these guys out. Wonder if the other guy will notice me. No, is the answer. Where's the graphics like up close? Double barrel shotgun, shotgun slugs, and some cards. We are getting fullish, but like early stages, just we want to be an item hoover. You know, we need 3 shovels at all times. Quick throwable projectiles, yeah. Ah, mouse wheel. Got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I want to select those two, so I've got them, like, I can switch between them quickly. So I be ready for anything. See, it's in a position like this. I want to, like, get the camera down low and look up that hill. If you want to experiment with a newer, risky approach, nothing is off the table in Weird West. From sneaking through a map fully unnoticed, travelling to locations you might not be ready for, or even putting an important story character in the dirt, you'll always be able to complete your journey one way or another. Interesting premise. However, you might want to F5 quick save prior to trying anything risky. See, this was the whole thing that Deathloop was trying to avoid, right? You know, the constant quick save and quick loading. Which is my playstyle usually, but I want to try and experiment and play away from that. I suppose we can do saves before combat encounters. You can shoot out oil lamps nearby to spread oil over the grass and start a blaze, creating deadly traps for your opponent. So I think we want to shoot this guy first. Because then we can trigger a combat. And then that man can hurt himself severely. Okay. Ah, the hill's blocking us. Oh, I thought he just absolutely decimated us, but no. Barely took any damage. Yeah, like that whole quick loading, quick saving thing was like always my go-to. Like I want to perfect every level, never be spotted, never be noticed. But I think it does. It's what I really like about Deathloop. I think Deathloop is a game with a lot of flaws, but it has like a process when it comes to the game where it rewards failure. Not rewards failure, but it gives you interesting options after failure. Nymph relic. Nymph relics. You found a nymph relic. The petrified claws of these long dead creatures can be used from your journal to acquire new class and weapon abilities. So is this the what's called bones? So we can fan the hammer. We can rapid reload. Heart finder arrow. That's a bow ability. Roundhouse kick. I didn't even know we were kicking. Shrapnel mine. Does that take items? I don't know. For 8 seconds, your enemies around you become your allies. That's like an odd one. That's kind of like out of the world a little bit. For 6 seconds, time slows, but you move more quickly. I might just say for that. That seems like really useful. Lightning rounds, high noon, and the hammer. Explosive shells. Both barrels. Quicker firing. Oh, that's interesting. Been able to take out targets from range silently. An odd ability as well, but oh well. I'm going to say for the slowdown time. That seems fun. So, quick save again. Save. That's our rule. That's what I'm allowing myself. One quick save between every encounter. I mean, this seems relatively straightforward. So I want to do that, and then do that. Dive out of that. I'm gonna just murk this guy. So you do take quite a bit of damage when you do. Ah, there's a dive in mid-air mechanic. Very good. So far, like, the combat's about reading the space. It's kind of like a quicker Divinity. In Divinity, obviously, you want to use every part of the encounter to your advantage, so fire and ice and anything like that. Well, that person was named. Oh, they become named once they're buried. Stillwater Ranger. Does my character name them, or do they go through their stuff to figure out? Margaret Moore. That's kind of cool. I'll eat your bread. Probably shouldn't take food off the notable cannibals, but you know. Oh. They're breaking, you have to find a new one. So the shovel thing was important. After all that of being like, ah, yes, I will get away without shovels. So 30 damage, 17, but a quicker attack rate. I'm going to scrap that, or I could sell it. Does it say a sale value? $25. So at this stage we want to keep everything that we can, although we are getting low on stuff. Let's drop the knife. Drop the pitchfork. We'll keep our shovels. All the service rifles are the same. All the pistols are the same. Yeah, that's exactly the same as Old Blue. Lower damage, more rounds. I'd rather have the higher damage, less rounds at this moment in time, because we're trying to make efficient use of our things. So I want to get rid of I want to scrap weapons when I need bullets. That's the plan. Ah, a lockpick next to a lockpick chest. Ah, clothing. Won't stop a bullet, but it might save your life. Vests increase your armor, reducing the amount of damage you take. You can buy cheap vests at dagger and bone shops in most towns, while trapper camps will provide more high quality vests. So we've got a simple deer hide and we've got another simple deer hide. Cool. It's interesting, like, health seems like pretty easily to regain. I know it's early in the game, so that could change relatively quickly. But at the moment, we're doing alright. Some corn. So F5 and on to the next encounter. How am I doing on bullets? Yeah, I've figured out the dodge leap. I've mastered the dodge leap. So plan is this. Yeah, we took a lot of damage, but that was fun. Yeah, so I saw the... I kind of want to shoot him first when it comes to attacking, because inventory's full. Okay, let's actually have a look at that then and deal with that. Yeah, you want to shoot one of them first because you do higher damage on that first shot. So do that. Do we want to just go through everything? So what's like rope valued at? 25. So that's the same as a gun. And we've got bag slots, so weight isn't an issue. So what's just junk? What's not worth anything? 8, you're not good enough anymore. 8, you're not good enough. 8, you're not good enough. We probably want to get rid of some food as well. I'm going to be a bit more judicious about what I pick up now. Is there a way we can see our inventory? Okay, yeah, it's there. I think water being healing in this is makes sense. You know, with it being a desert and all that. What do we want to get rid of? We don't need this many meat cutlets. Want these grenades that affect the fight.
Clean boot steps. Stillwaters weren't too careful covering their tracks. Path's clear.
There's a weapon bone. $1 coin. Let's travel. So we can go 4 hours up to there, or we can keep chasing these down. I kind of want to keep chasing these down. I know we can sort of like go wander off and do what we want, but it feels like this is important story stuff, you know.
Something don't feel right. Hairs on your neck wake up. Danger's close.
You know what I do when there's danger around? I drink me some cactus. That's not a good person, right? I've been waiting for you. Mysterious girl. Ah, the passenger. You came, so it worked after all. This body suits you. You're on the hunt, I understand. Tracks to find your missing sweetheart. I can show you where they are. Don't let the trail get cold. I don't want to suffer through this any longer than I have to. Why is she suffering? Oh, you'll understand in time. Why am I the passenger? Aren't we all passengers floating along in life pointless as a stick in a rushing stream? I have a feeling that the proper noun passenger means something more to you. This body, what's a body anyway? An infinite weight, something that traps you here, even if it isn't where you want to be. The tracks. This way. Not waste any more time. I don't trust this small girl, but you know, I've been wrong before. Let's eat that. My phone's beeping. Let's get up to full health. $8 or less. Not interested. Anything around here? Nope. Okay. Dust to dust. Tracks are what you want. Got 4 minutes left till I get to put in my my notifications.
Something mighty off about her. A look in her eye, dead as river stone. Well, at least she pointed you in the right direction. Beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's true, but... Oh, we're going into some swamps. You were light on your quota, Stillwater. F off, Siren. We damn near abducted half a Grackle for you. Don't talk to him like that, idiot. You have an issue with our arrangement? Yeah, I do. We ain't y'all's servants. We're the Stillwaters, damn it. As far as I'm concerned, you and that Shelby lizard can go and quota something. Oh, you gonna eat someone. That's one way to show who's boss. Just like turn into a gribble. Oh, he's water-based as well. They're slithering now.
Smells all wrong here. Sirens have been feeding.
Sirens.
Husband wasn't on the menu.
I've got 3 minutes. Let's hop into a bush. Didn't want to do that. May as well reload mid-air. Can I do that? I'm going to use my rifle. It reminds me a bit of Evil Within. Oh, I'm in. Sorry, we're pausing. I will talk to you whilst I put this stuff in. You're joking. Oh, they signed me out. They put the website down. Ah. Absolute joke. Well, I could be paying way more on my heating bill than I wanted to. Hey. Oh well, let's play some games. Yeah, so I should just start scrapping stuff, shouldn't I? Unless it's like something I want to use. I need the ammo anyway, so... Yeah, we're getting a couple of slugs each time. So... Have we alerted everyone? I am going to grab a new shovel. You know, shovels are worth a lot of money. Right. I mean, all these are $8, so we should load up on more guns, because that's instantly worth, like, more money. $12's fine. We'll keep them around for now. I want to keep my food. Tools are good. Anti-venom, bandage, nymph head. Lightning resist, has that got the same? Yeah. That's worth a few quid. I'm also not being great at using throwables. Okay, there's more rangers dead than I thought there would be. Oh, that's a guy. Go like all the way around here. I'm getting a better idea for how aware people are. I do want to like not. It's not that I don't want to not kill everyone. Okay, I just want to knock people out because that'd be less ammunition. I'm saving those bullets. Stalky, stalky, stalky. Oh. You know, it's not about any compunctions to do with killing. It's the same as my gun. Wanted the key. Did not see how much that was worth. I've just scrapped that right away. Making some big assumptions out here. Let's see what mischief we can get up to with this. Let me read the label. Chemical barrel. Oh no. Oh no. Does water get rid of chemicals? No. So that guy's dead. Jane, never thought I'd see you again. Alright, I'm just going to go through this. I saw some heading down the well. I'll meet you back at Grackle. Go. Run. I want a little hammer. There is bullets over here. I'm going to sneak all the way back just to get them. 5 rifle rounds could be like make or break. Oh, it's too tempting to blow up the barrels. But no, I'm sticking to the rule. Now, does falling make much noise? So how, like, what's this game's thing with stealth? Is it just because these types of games need to have stealth? Probably. Ah, we can throw an oil lamp at someone. You know how it is, stealth till we fail. Everyone seems to have pretty wild, like, walkie around paths. For the sake of quickness, I'm just going to scrap that. Really do want to just hurl that chemical barrel at him, but it seems like a badly calculated idea. I do like the level design. It has the sense of like a diorama, like a moving diorama. Is that a shotgun? It is, yeah. We can start building up some shotgun shells. It seems like they'll be useful. I want a first-person mode. Be able to get around this side. Oh god. X. Let's get that quick heal. Oh, that was fun. There we go. That's good, I want that. That I can break down. I do wish there was slightly better inventory stuff. Oh, this is good. You do the Tarkov thing, it's just spending like literally about an hour figuring out like, this is the best combination of loot I could be carrying right now. Oh, so multiples only take up one slot. Okay, that changes the calculation slightly. That felt like it went well. Mashed potatoes is not a good meal. Okay. Boiled some eggs on a open stove somehow. I think we are allowed to save. We can give ourselves one of those. Once open, windows can be aimed through to reveal the inside of the building. You can also roll through a window to quickly infiltrate a building. Okay, that's neat. Don't need to be stealthing it after we, you know, blew up everyone. God, it is a bit of an inventory simulator. Iron slag. No. We've got an $8 rule on these things. The Western Gazette. Owner of the infamous Lantern Room brothel missing. We've done that one. We've done the fair. Town of Grackle hit hard by Stillwater gang. Begins to recover. The The citizens of the quiet farming town of Grackle, having withstood the worst hostilities the West may have seen in many months, have begun to rebuild their homes. This publication has received no comment yet from the Sheriff of Grackle as to when these fiends will be brought to justice for their crimes. What's on this table? Cards. Spurs, you know, essential. And an ominous trapdoor. We've done that. I'm going to have a little more of a nosy around just in case I've missed anything. But I don't want to spend forever searching. This is where we picked up the chemical barrel and spilt it on ourselves. No, I think we've got what we need. Right, let's dive deeper. Check out what's going on underneath this. I'm sure when you're like dealing with cannibals, going down into the spooky basement is a good idea, but you know. Right. I want to... Let's sort this stuff out. Sturdy, scorched, and well worn after years of service. Is it like a throwing? Yeah, short-range throwing weapon. Eat a hammer at them. I think we still want to be getting rid of junk, right? Like, these being worth 8. I suppose if it's 8 and you get a stack of 5, though, then that's 40, which is more than the 25 of the pistol. That does change the maths on it a bit. Dean Stillwater. Crazy bastards out at Bell Farm shot me up with my own gun. Can't stop the bleeding. I'm just hired muscle. The sirens shit's too much. Stillwater's left me down here to rot and get fed on. I'm getting a bit of like this Witcher vibe from it. Like the Monster of the Week style sort of game. You know, the siren. I like the way it's drawn out a bit longer though than some of the shorter Witcher side quest stuff. Got to get out of here. Need a mess of bandages. Help me out. I got some rarities. Always trust a man when he has rarities. Man at the Bell Farm. That Shelby character took a real shine to him. Said the prettier they are, the better they taste. Hope he bites Shelby's pecker off. This is one of those moral quandaries where it's just like, yeah, just give him the give him the bandages. It's no biggie. Here, it's some of them rare items in one of them graves you might like. Grave of someone named Jeffrey. Thought I was gone on the ebb tide today, stranger. Hope I can return the favour someday. Oh, we got the you did a nice thing. Friends for life. Helping folk in Weird West might earn you friends for life. Friends for life can occasionally intervene in desperate combat situations and save you from imminent obliteration. I like that. That's neat. Feel like I want to be stealth here. You know, with the blood marks on the ground. Let's just... let's go the reinforced door first. I see bad guys on the map. Kicking objects. Press F to kick that chemical poison barrel towards the enemies. Ah, F's the kick button. It's definitely got arcane blood in this game. The oh, what's the kicking arcane game? Yeet. And that's some Divinity Original Sin for you. The name of that game's annoying me though. So do I want to break down some guns and start picking up some junk? That's the question. I think so. There's been like enough of these ink pens and enough of these forks that makes it kind of worth it. Even if the guns are worth $25 each. Plus, like, bullets are good. We need bullets. I'm not going to go back and like hoover up all the loot. If I was not playing on stream, I have that inclination in me. I'm that type of person. But it feels bad to subject others to that. So yeah, rule of thumb, we'll just break stuff down for now. Greater foes. Think you've outclassed your enemies for good? Think again. Most foes you will encounter in the Weird West have even more formidable variations, which you can identify by the insignia that appears near their names when you aim at them. The more insignias, the deadlier the enemy. The presence of the crown on the insignia means the foe is a local gang leader, a target of choice as gang members may flee if they witness their boss being killed during combat. I'm guessing there's a gang leader down here. Otherwise it's a suspicious place to put that tooltip. I can treat myself to an F5, I'm sure. This guy, oh, let's get out of that. This is like one of those moments where the camera is a bit weird. So he's standard. He's standard. I think I want to wait for the one up there to go near those delicious chemical barrels. And, you know, do him a favour. He says, completely changing the plan when he sees someone turn very slightly away from him. No! Oh. Okay, we want that, and we want to get out of here very quickly. Right. With semi-safety, let's swap back to the pistol. Okay, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Invigorating tonic replenishes your action points. I've not quite figured out what action points are yet, so replenishing them seems less of a priority, but you know. I do like the combat in it because there's like this ebb and flow to it. There's like it's like quiet, creeping, like moving towards the enemy, and then it just suddenly all goes wrong and kicks off. Simple bearskin vest, 10% protection, which is better. But it doesn't give us lightning resistance. But we're not like in electricity central. Don't need 2 machetes. Shovels are like gold dust, so 3 shovels seems like a reasonable amount to have. I do want the bearskin vest because those vests seem to sell for a lot. It's that like typical oh, this is a level up thing. It's that typical like Oblivion and Skyrim logic where you have to work out the value per weight of an item. Typical is, I'm not sure if everyone did that, but it was definitely one of my habits. You have a 25% of chance of saving one of your lockpicks, 10% more money in containers, but you so far not found much money in containers. Reduce shop prices, boost posse members' damage and output to a maximum hit points of 15%. More damage with explosives, which of course, because it's a video game, I am hoarding them all and never going to use them, so not that. That seems good. Jump higher. If this has like arcane blood in it, then jumping higher is always good. That's good as well, because I am like About to say doing stealth, but not particularly well. Increasing fire rate seems fun. There's some good stuff here. I'm going to take the crouch thing. Yes, loads faster. Basically speeding around. Just because, like, especially in that last section when we were sneaking behind people, that little bit of extra speed might be, like, make or break on some of these things. Let's use up some of this, like, not as good food. Save our good steaks for, like, a more important moment. Done this one? Okay. Is that Jane? It is, and you're wearing your irons again. Spirit's alive, I'm saved. You got to bust me out of here. They're eating folks, Jane. Swear to it on my honour. Ask about my missing husband, Alonzo. Good man, taken in Grackle just like me. Look, the Stillwater keep their communications on all shipments and that's safe over there. You'll need the combination. Lucky for you, I have the Eagle Eyes and was able to figure it out. Get me out of here and I'll give it to you. I mean, it seems reasonable. I think the person who's literally locked away in a cage does get to come out first. So if you've never played Immersive Sims, 0451 is always the first safe code. I got a friend for life. I wish it was that easy making friends for life. Nymph relic, encrypted relayogram, and some dollars.
Your husband's name's written on the relay in pencil, but the message itself's encrypted. You'll need to show it to a relay clerk. They'll know how to parse it.
I just saw a green gun, which means better loot. I like some of the. I didn't actually read any reviews for this game, but I had a quick nose just to see what the critical consensus was on it, just like looking at scores and stuff. And it didn't seem to be particularly well reviewed, but I have to say this section up to now has been a lot of fun. Took a while, but Grackle's back in shape. General store, gun shop, relay office, all back in business, and the bounty board's up too. If you need some coin to make it where you're going, come on back if you need supplies, alright? And if you need an extra set of irons, thinking about taking my Deputy Monty along. He's been itching to put holes in a few Stillwaters. We never actually looked in here. It doesn't look like anything good, but... $1 coin. Something in that corner, isn't there? Amulet of Resistance. While equipped, grabs moderate poison resistance. I will wear it as there is nothing better. Oh, and another golden ace of spades, which I promise to spend on something more interesting than crouch speed. You know, the much more interesting jump height. A pickaxe around here. I want that silver. Nope. So back to Grackle, I think. Yeah, see, you can stack these things, so some of these I can pick up and some I can't. These games are just kind of noodling around with a lot of stuff. Oh, look like Stillwater's backups arrive. Need to get out of this sticky situation. You can always steal and ride away from your current location, even if you're still in combat. However, stolen horses won't stick with you once you reach your destination. feel like some of these people are going to walk into a shotgun any second. Ooh. Okay, just because it's thematic and fun. Gonna get myself on a horse. During your journey, during your journeys on the travel map, you'll cross and reveal new uncharted territories. If you're lucky, you might discover secondary locations. Visit one of these unknown territories if you're on the hunt for new adventures, fame, and fortune. Abandoned locations in particular often hold well-defended but precious loot, but be careful. Travel too deep into the Word West too early, and you might wind up in places you're not prepared for. Yet. Risk and reward. Ah, that's that secret stash that told us about. See, I'm tempted to go off and do some of this stuff, and I'm getting the sense that time is less of an issue. Not that it necessarily was earlier, but it was something I was wary of. You know, especially when your husband's been kidnapped, you kind of want to speed it along a bit. So, but I also do want to go back to Grackle and like kind of sell some stuff. That blacksmith found his way home, kind-hearted of you. His wife says she's got something for you if you ever find your way back here. If you find your way back here. Which I'm going to try now. I need to get better at not browsing stuff whilst I'm streaming. Right. Horses you don't own always flee, leaving you high and dry. Purchase your own horses from a town stable to acquire a loyal mount. Also grant you access to their saddlebags for inventory space. Shops and other businesses close for the night in towns, and you can use the loiter option in the poise menu to wait until morning. Or you can take the opportunity to break in while there's no one around to see you. Note that the characters who are sleeping can be pickpocketed for extra gains. I mean, it's my first run through of a game. I'm not gonna start thieving straight away. I'm going to do a hard save and loiter for a bit. Get to morning and see what we can get into here. Barbara, hi, hello again. Jane, my Willie, you brought him home safe, and here I thought there were no more kind souls in the world. Here, take this, a Quill and Medley Spirit Touch, family's prize revolver. And if you ever need to upgrade any of those weapons of yours, bring my husband some more. He'll make those irons sing. It does occasionally have voice acting. A lot of like the dialogue in sort of like small conversations like this is not voice acted, it's all written. But then there's a voiceover from like a narrator that appears occasionally. But the vast majority of conversations are not voice acted. But I think that's kind of understandable in a bit of a smaller game. Because, you know, it costs a lot of money to hire voice actors. Am I able to purchase some stuff? No ore to smelt. Okay. I thought he gave me a gun. Or was it an amulet? Am I missing something here? God, there's tanning stations. Ah, here we go. Ah, my inventory's full. Ah, so it's like one of the quicker weapons, one of the quicker pistols. Yeah. Fallout 1 and 2 is probably the biggest touchstone that I've come across. I've not actually played Fallout 1 and 2, but I'm familiar enough with them. But there's definitely a bit more action-y stuff in it. So priority is to sell some stuff because we're loaded up. Recruiting companions. Saloons in the town you visit are often great places to recruit mercenaries and other gunslingers. You need some extra muscle. Build up a good reputation and folk might even come to you. A couple of extra hands in your posse will increase your damage output, but if one of your crew catches a stray bullet, no worries. There's no shortage of people to throw into the mill. Doctor's office. I think the general store is here. Perfect. You've got money, then I've got wares. Isn't that the Khajiit thing? Ah, beautiful. Sell all junk button. Isn't... Oh, that's my wedding band. I was like, isn't Jane someone I know? Yes, me. Let's go see how much a horse will set us back, because the idea of more inventory sounds appealing. There's something like the music, I'm not sure if it's coming through particularly loud, but there's definitely something of an eerie tone around here. You can buy a horse from a stable. Yeah, we've read this already. $279. And we have 161. I'm going to keep saving. We'll get ourselves a horse. I'm sure if I sell some guns or something, we'll be there. Yes, we've still got a full inventory. Just going in there to see if could sell stuff. It's like a... That's an outlaw. Guns. Okay, that'll be the place I want to sell my guns. Oh, she's got blue guns. You know they're good. One of those games. I was keeping all of these because I was like, yes, $25 on the value. But obviously it's not actually worth that once traded, is it? In that case, I want to keep the bullets from deconstructing them. That's like more valuable to me at the moment because I've not got like thousands of bullets, and combat seems pretty regular in this game. Do you want to see if I can sell this, because I don't like the idea necessarily of a quicker firing gun. I like the sharp shootery style. God, $10 seems terrible though. Okay, there you go. We kind of just need to go in everywhere, don't we? I know it's not the most entertaining stuff, but ready and willing to fix you up. Is this one of these things where I sell it now for $50 and it's like got some hidden value later? I want the money, because that gets us like very close to horse range. Yes, very good. We can eat cactuses off the street to heal as well. Important to do. Right, how much were your horses? 279. Okay, $50. That's like super doable in this economy. So the next place to move forward as well is going to be a relay office. What can we do in a bank apart from rob? or buyer, or a bank clerk. That's too much money to buy a safety deposit box. Welcome to your friendly relayograph office, because it's a slightly different world than ours, so we need slightly different terms for things. We send and receive relays of all sorts. How can I be of service today? And ask how the relay system works. Power of lightning. Transmitter, receiver. We tap the code. The person on the other end translates it, and there you are. Yeah, it's a wire. Of course, if you have a portable relay, you ain't ever need to be at a relay station. Those lucky few can receive messages on the road. Little antenna, wind-up crank. Can you imagine? As newfangled as they are expensive. Let's decrypt this. We're in the seas to get something like this. This is serious encryption. I can decode it, but it'll take a while, and $300. Oh. So we need to go and explore the world and get some money. Bounties board outside a sheriff's office, or keep an eye for anyone calling for help. I will do. Wanted dead or alive? As the gang and everything. Known to be a ranking member of the Hermanos Rojos. Known to be a practice of human sacrifice, blood magic, and other vile deeds. Known lieutenant of the Hound Eaters. Presumably known for eating hounds. Maybe we want to take all of these. Let's go and start our bounty hunting career. Capture or kill Alice Bailey Mustang. Nothing but festering mud. So I want to go and look at that because that's one we had open earlier. Secret stash, Ruth White. So let's start with Alice Bailey at Mustang Valley. But yeah, talking about Fallout, this open world map thing, traveling between places with like random spawning things on it is very Fallout. Fallout 1 and 2, I mean. See, that day 4 thing up there is scary to me. Because as you know, with Fallout, there is a limited amount of days before you can do the thing. And with like the main mission being saving our husband, I feel like we probably should have some level of caution. See this? I told you the jumping thing would be good. How good though? Very good. This is where the Dishonored part of the game comes in. Okay, there's no one around here, so let's go for that guard over here. Oh, some people walking that way. Need to dip in here. Yeah, the guard paths seem to be like less predictable than some games I've played of this type. Ah, the red dot's someone above us. From what I can tell, time seems to freeze in towns. Like in Overworld, when you get into like this more localized map sort of stuff, unless you choose to pass it. That's not confirmed, but from what I can tell from my short play experience. I feel like a bed's a non-suspicious place to dump this body. There's someone coming around that corner. That's going to be my next target. yeah, it's a real hodgepodge of different games. Because you've got the like effects like Divinity. There's like very slight music in the background if you listen closely, and it like comes in at sort of like logical moments, as in like higher intensity. But like when you're being a stealthy boy or girl, it does sort of die down a little bit. Made the mistake of leaving here. But yeah, I've mentioned earlier, but I don't know if you were watching. But something with these sort of stealth games that I get into the habit of doing is the sort of quick save, quick load when things go wrong, and play them just purely stealth. But I'm sort of allowing myself one quick save per encounter at the start, so that if things go wrong, you know, I have to live with those consequences. Oh, wrong button. People entering that house worries me, because there's bodies stashed there. Getting to the point of being a bit careless and just leaving people wherever. I suppose if they're in there now, they're probably quite vulnerable to me just like passing a bit of dynamite into the room. Yeah, see ya, body spotted. Oh, okay, we're in combat. Well, I'll be flooded. Someone who put a bounty on me over a stupid poker deck. Oh, let's go then. Okay. Right. I need to figure out what the earth I'm doing. So yeah, we've got help from somewhere off to the side. Don't want to let her get away. Feel like that's bad. Oh. Oh, that's like a beast up there. Now it's an outlaw again. Okay. I think this is going okay. It's sometimes a little hard to tell like what's going on in the combat, especially when it's like in and out of buildings. When you've got like long expanses in front of you, it works fine. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the thing is with like the old isometric RPG sort of stuff is they're quite chunky, and I mean that in like a positive way and a negative way. There's a lot to bite off, but this feels like it's definitely got a foot in more actiony sort of stuff. So it's on Game Pass, so like, you know, you can kind of pick it up for free, and that's what I've done. But I would also have purchased it because I'm just one of those arcane people who really likes arcane games. But like, you know, the old Fallouts are, I think, incredibly interesting games, but there's a lot to them. They're very heavy. The one that I got into the most was Divinity Original Sin 2, because that's got like enough modern affordances to make it sort of more playable for me, but whilst like having some of that depth that you might get from an older title. I just kind of want to loot everything at the moment, especially with money being our purpose. Silver chest. Has that got like a bird nailed to it? It has. Who is this person who rescued us as well? That's something I'm interested in. Deborah. We rescued her earlier, didn't we? Sort of showing myself for being terrible at remembering names. Oh, there is an enemy still over there. See, that's the other odd thing about the stealth in this I've noticed, is like people's awareness is pretty limited compared to like a Dishonored or something like that. When stuff goes wrong in that game, it feels like most of a level descends on you, even if it's not quite true, but it's kind of more so. Whereas in this, it feels like you can have like a war on one side of the map and kind of get away with it. Oh, oh no, I'm bad at this. I haven't got like an idea of how the economy is with like healing items yet, so I don't know if I'm overusing them or what. It definitely has that immersive sim, open everything, take all the garbage type gameplay, so if that's any interest whatsoever, then this is a game to check out. On bearing and poise. Let the young lady recall in the previous chapter when we spoke of grace and quiet, strength of will, the ideal of calm. Though your many suitors may clamour for your attentions, show no outward sign of interest, but rather consider your options and opportunities carefully before making some sign of approval. Though your fortunes may diminish or calamity threaten, become the rock upon which the sea of change fruitlessly breaks. It's interesting framing etiquette in that way, because that's like quite a stoic sort of way. Which is not normally something I think next to etiquette. Right. This is the other thing with streaming, I sort of mentioned it earlier, but I have a bit of a less inclination of like just searching everything. It does make me laugh she's just running around now. It's kind of forever. Is there a fire here? I want to heal. Doesn't appear so. Right, I think move on to bigger and better things. But yeah, if you just join in, I really like this edge of the map sort of style thing when you get to the limits. I think that's a really neat little effect. What's my inventory saying? 43. Just weighing up whether to go here or back to Grackle. Let's have a nose at this festering pond. They say there's nothing ever wrong with something that's festering. Got to get our small cactus heals on the way to combat. Sipping from those cactuses. Feel like we should be spotted if we're doing this, but it's working for me so far. Doing that, I keep pressing the right click to... Oh, okay, snake. Hi. Whoo. Yeah, I found, like, I enjoyed Red Dead Redemption, and I'm like dying to go back and play it. I bought it in the last sale because I'm just curious. I remember playing it and enjoying it, but then I wonder if I look back at it now if it holds up. So yeah, I'm kind of curious to go back and play it. But yeah, if you've got that Western itch, this might be a more interesting thing to sort of go and try out. I do, like, it's something with like running a YouTube channel and doing stuff on here. I tend to end up playing bigger games just because they're the ones people know. But I do want to like kind of play weird, cool little things as well. And I know this isn't like the weirdest, coolest, littlest thing, but it's definitely of interest to me. Nothing can go wrong with this, can it? Let's have a quick nose around before we go down here, because I kind of want to be prepared. So there's weather changes as well. Let's have a nose down here. Oh, this is good. Temple of Diviner's Sage. Allow myself an F5. I'm assuming I'm just wanting to choke these people out and they're not friendly of any sort. I played Curse of the Old Gods, I think it's called, recently. And this has a very similar visual style, especially in this like dungeon-y section. I like the fact it's not all just desert. We're actually getting some like unique environments, especially with the weird being in the Weird West. See, that's the odd thing. Like, the part about Red Dead I liked was, but no. Again, I'm not sure how it holds up, but one of the aspects I liked of the Red Dead was the chore. It's like immersiveness value of like brushing your horse and stuff like that. But I also like really do get how that's not for everyone and could be seen as boring. I just think it's such a weird and interesting choice for like such a big budget game to do. That being said, the first Red Dead as well, I really want to go back and play that because I have really fond memories of it, but I've not managed to get around to it. I even bought Red Dead, no, what is it? Red Dead Revolver, is it? Red Dead, no, that's, yeah, Revolver, I think. The first one that like was overtook of it out of just like interest, but I've not managed to play that either. But I do own it. Oh, no. I really have no idea what's going on down here. Nothing good, that's for sure. We are starting to put together some money as well here. We actually need $500 now, don't we? 300 to do the relayogram and some for a horse. Yeah, I don't think Red Dead was a failure by anyone's measure. Apart from maybe Rockstar, because, you know, they did make GTA 5, which is the biggest game of all time. Ooh, nice. 10% protection, which is as good as that. And 25% lightning resistance, so we'll go with that. The other part of Red Dead that you can't really ignore is how it was made under like crunch with getting that level of detail. you have to start to question at some point if that level of detail is worth it for the hours that were put into it, in my opinion. Not to say that people shouldn't. I don't know. One of my fascinations is like more indie and smaller games because of the limitations. The limitations make them interesting to some degree because they have to cut corners. When you can kind of make what you want, it does change what a game can be. I want that pocket watch. Onerous Tomb. Isn't that, yeah, like geomancy or something? I've kind of lost my way here. Ah, that's the entrance. I wonder what this blue orby thing is. Whatever it is, does not seem to want anything to do with me. The beast over here, rattlesnake. Yeah, we can hunt it. Yeah, I think it's an It's an interesting conversation, and I think when you hear of like studios like Supergiant Games making a game like Hades or like these smaller things, and it not having to crunch, I think that's right. And like, don't quote me on that, but it begs the question what games can be and what they can do. Let's travel back to Grackle. I'm just going to take a 2-second break just to get some water and stand up for a second because I've been going for a couple of hours now. Got to stay hydrated. There is a a mercenary we can hire here, which I'm kind of interested in doing just to see how that system works. Especially in a stealth game, it doesn't always, like, having a couple of people there, it doesn't always strike me as the best idea. Jane, heard about your kids. I'm itching to kill me some Stillwaters. How about bringing me along? There we go. Nice and easy. This posse's going places. Talk to your posse members at any time to check their inventories, order them to equip a different weapon, or dismiss them from your crew. Companions will equip and use any vests and bandages you give them. Don't panic if one of your companions falls in battles, though. The Weird West is full of dangers, and you can always recruit some replacements at the saloon. Love to have highly replaceable people on my team. I don't want to get emotionally attached to them at all. Is there anything else I do want to sell? My health is fairly good, isn't it? I ate some cactuses. Ah, rope is actually useful. Pitlocks are useful. Wedding band has sentimental value, so yeah, we'll keep all that stuff. Claim my bounty with the sheriff. I ain't seen your husband yet. You find anything? Show him the encrypted relay. You found Stillwater communications. Bloods, you're quick. You'll need a relay clerk to decipher them. Guess them bounty hunter instincts ain't gone yet. What'd you turn up? Show her the... Oh, claim bounty. Hope it wasn't any trouble. Here's your reward. Well, these refresh then. But there's a new one as well. Is this one of these games where you can just kind of do bounties forever? I'll take it. I've only got 2 bounties currently on my plate, so the third one's fine. What money have I got? So I'm going to make a tactical choice of getting the horse first, because of the inventory and the quicker travel time. I feel like if we're like doing a lot of movement across the map, that's going to make sense. I'm kind of guessing, but you know. Oh, is this a clothes person? Because I've got some clothes I want to sell. We got ourselves a premium selection here. Right, so first let's speak to Monty. Because he can have one of these. Not even the good one. Have a bearskin one. Anything else of worth here? I'm reticent to give him explosives because, well, you know, I don't trust him yet. He can earn the privilege of explosives. You don't get explosive privileges straight away. It's like in Majora's Mask. You have to earn your license. Sell. The machete thing's really not come up yet, but I feel like it might. I mean, a shotgun's the same thing as a machete, isn't it? Oh, bows. I am interested in bows, just like the stealth takedown potential, but it's a lot of money, so we're saving. That's what we're doing here. Let's not get distracted. Interact with your horse to access her saddlebags for extra storage or to saddle up and travel to other locations, even when you're in combat. Out on the world map, riding a horse might help you avoid ambushes, and don't be afraid to use those saddlebags. If you require a new horse later, in this or other journeys, you'll automatically access your old mount's inventory. Cool. Am I ready to ride? I think I'm ready to ride. Oh, is that the link from the Temple of the Diviner's Sage? That's taught me where the Oleander Temple is. Let's travel out into the wilds. Prosperity. Hard times turn what once was a busy crossroad into a ghost town. We're going after Harriet Morrill. I feel like there's like... Ah, yeah, kill Ji Wang. Okay, it's only like a day to get over there, so we can go here and go here. We can read people's mail. That's how you know it's an immersive sim. Going to do a decent little save. Hate to live penned in like this. Spirits take all who enter here. If you ain't, fate enders. Oh, there's a person. A quicker stalking is definitely helping. I had a feeling she was going to go around the other side of the table then. I'm going to dump her away from the main streamer people. What time are we on? Oh god. Later than I thought. And on a work night and everything. I do think time is actually passing, looking at the top right. There's a bar underneath the sun, and that kind of tells me that stuff's happening. See, this is with what's his name? Monty being stood out there like that. That makes me question, is he going to get spotted? Or are they just going to walk into each other constantly? Look, this is the price when you pay a smaller game. It's not always perfect. Part 2 of the stream? Yeah. My aim is to kind of play as much of games as possible when I stream them. I recently did The Forgotten City, which is a cool, interesting game. I haven't finished that, so completely reneging on what I've just said. But that being said, the plan is to try and like play as much of games. That's the point, isn't it? I'm planning on streaming tomorrow night, but tomorrow night is a work night, so I have to see how life goes on, you know. This is probably where I should say something about subscribing, but you know. Do what you want. Oh. Ah, that's the area limits. What's going on? Oh, I'm transporting her, which is not good when they're there. Okay, let's try and transport her with everything not going quite right. Do we try and capture her alive, or do we go for the combat? Oh, I should reload before diving through the air at the enemy. So yeah, I made a decision and I acted on it. Salt satchel. Hard to say what creature the leather came from. Full of little bottles of strange powders. Love to have a bottle of strange powder. Now we've got some nuggets. Okay, that went fine. Oh, that's not good. Rusty lunchbox. Was that like donated as like an offering? Check out the saloon. Sixth of January. We've read that. We've read that. Justice for the victims of Alice Bailey. Those whose family members have been taken by the dread outlaw Alice Bailey may now rejoice to know that the bounty on this scourge has at last been claimed. Spirits bless our courageous bounty hunters. Is this one of those games where every newspaper article just happens to be about me? I wonder if there's any penalty for not completing bounties. It would be interesting if so. I'm pickpocketing the locks of a completely taken over culty place. I think it's fine. Let's check the roof on here and then we'll get going. The fact that my prisoner's not right next to me is slightly worrying, but you know. We'll deal with that later. Oh, there she is. On top of the roof. Come on. So I'm going to take it straight back to Grackle. And see if there's any difference in sort of like the quest stuff. The carrion birds. Death is everywhere in Weird West. I assume we're about to be attacked. We mourn the deaths that are necessary. Ooh, lovely. Are we meant to be killing these vultures, or are they like... they non-combatants? Of a bit of horse meat. Cool. On to the next area. I see you might have to go to the sheriff to turn in this. What'd you turn up? Hope it wasn't any trouble. Here's your reward. When I'm free, I shall curse you for this. Another one crossed off the bounty board. Feels ominous, but you know. What's life in the West without a vendetta or oh, literally vendetta. You've made an enemy. There's plenty of ways to earn a vendetta against you. Killing folks' family, going after a gang, or letting a bounty target get away. but only one way it ends. Keep your eyes open for an ambush down the road. Oh. Alright, yeah, we are selling stuff. We need 2 pickaxes. Mind you, we've not found a single one up to this stage. 3 shovels is probably overkill. I don't particularly want to do anything else with my money now, so let's... we've still got these 2 bounties. Let's go grind out these bounties. Get the money from that, and then we can look at what we're doing. I do want to read people's letters. No cigar or cigarette in the West is complete without it. Enjoy the smooth, delicate flavour of Week's Royal Tobacco. Only the finest produced from Galen's Crossing, guaranteed. Does your palate require only the best? Request only Week's Royal Tobacco. It did say in the menu to check out people's what do you call it? Mailboxes. I know you're a witch, you ain't fooling nobody. I can see those spells ye be casting. Up all hours, screeching of fell beasts in that house of yours. I won't stand for it, and there's plenty of folks that agree with me. Leave town, witch. Is that the blacksmith's house? Kind of curious if she is a witch, but okay, let's do what the game said and save and do some searching from there. Ignore me, I'm not doing anything sneaky. Okay, there's nothing particularly witchy in here. 48. Right, it's in our inventory. Let's clear out a little more. Bandages are the in-combat thing, so I want to keep hold of those. Not like particularly overstocked on anything. I think we're good. I'll just load up my horse with stuff that's like stuff I want to keep but that's not essential. Like I probably don't need... Food can go on the horse. Well, let me transfer. Ah, there we go. I could keep like those 2. That's like enough to heal in a stressful situation. Have some extra rope. One of our pickaxes, one of our spades, my ring. I think that's all good. To be honest, actually, I think I'm going to end it there. Been going long enough, and if I stop now, I can actually go and play a little bit of Ghostwire Tokyo. It's for review, so I want to try and get that finished as soon as possible. It's been a good one though, so thank you anyone who's watched, and yeah, should be streaming sort of same time again tomorrow if I am not too tired, which there is a distinct possibility because I've just done 11 days with 1 day's holiday, 1 day off, so I'm tired. I saved that. Grackle, that's the time of day. Right, I have to press a button to stop the stream, don't I? Goodbye. I'm still live. I haven't clicked OK. Sly Guy, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure. If you can keep up watching, I appreciate it. If not, don't worry. I will upload the vlogs, so there you go. You'll have that at least. Thank you and goodbye.